Hey, my friends, it's your friend Kevin. Welcome, 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 all of you. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate you liking, subscribing, and doing all the things you do. This is your divine inspirational message for today. All right, so you see in front of you, we've got my isms. My thoughts turn into things of beauty all the time. The mood sets the vibration, and that becomes our reality. I'm doing it backwards over here. I begin each day with a grateful heart. I have started myself to write in a journal what I'm grateful for, what I'm thankful for when I get going. Sometimes right before I do my meditation, sometimes right afterwards. And you can start with a list of 10 things you're grateful for, but put that in your noggin, put that in your heart, put that on your mind, put that in your mood center. Okay, so we are at the angel numerology day of 2, which is really about keeping the faith. Keep going, keep the faith, 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 faith. I was talking last night to some of you who were on my happy hour at the Woo Woo Lounge, and thank you, all of you that showed up, including through the bumpy start at the beginning. I promise I will get that Zoom sorted out, and I will work out how to put music and the meditation on there. Anyway, enough about that. A number 2 day, and the energy of number 2 is to watch the negative thinking, the judgment that you place upon yourself, the things that go through your mind, the I don't know, I'm not sure, let's see, those things. It is about going gently and being in a harmonious, supportive, considerate mood. You are allowed to be sensitive to yourself, as well as being sensitive to the moods and the vibrations of other people. A number 2 angel numerology number is about tactfulness. It's about being cooperative and loving. This is about that beautiful Venus loving energy that sometimes can invoke vulnerability. And vulnerability is where courage lives. Without vulnerability, courage you can't get there. You can't have courage unless you've in something, doing something. So it's a good thing. Use this number 2 energy as working with the divine feminine. If you're into tarot, that would be the high priestess. You can also be with Mother Mary, the leader of all of the angels. You can even be with your female guardian angels, female fairies, if you feel like that. Above all, whatever you're working on, whatever you're working towards, whatever tasks you've got, don't give up. Instead, put your vulnerability out there, ask for help. And you can ask for spiritual help from your spirit guides, your angels, your ascended ones, or ask for physical help. Get out there, send an email. This is what I'm struggling with. This is what I'm having some issues with. Reach out for support on a number 2 day, because everything, trust me, everything does work out. Everything works out. Now, if you're looking for a significant card, if you're into tarot and you're into the divination tools, then this definitely works with the 8 of Swords. It can also work with the Hierophant, in other words, the wise counselor. We have Archangels Jophiel at hand that can give you help. Archangel Raguel that can help us. This energy feels like Jupiter, the big planet of expansion, in the sign of Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury. So we have our communication. Make sure your communication is backed by tactfulness, kindness, and that sort of thing. Right, let's get to our cards. Happier Me affirmation deck, which is what I found a while ago on Amazon. And our affirmation for today is, I accept and love myself unconditionally. And you see, I love this image. You've got the mind like a parachute leading to the heart where love is. And then you see the little you that is probably about to say something. What are you about to say? Inside each of us is a hurt child that needs to be loved. Stop criticizing yourself and heal the wound by loving the child, by loving yourself. That can be a bit tricky. You know, we were all working on, as adults, we work on what was going on, you know, emotional trauma, physical trauma, um, healing the inner child. That's where the vulnerability comes up. And right when you're in the thick of it, right when it's, oh my goodness, I don't want any more of this, stop it, stop it, stop it, is where the big breakthroughs come from. You cannot have a breakthrough without a breakdown. All right, enough of that. We're using the 22 Archangels Oracle deck, which I absolutely love and adore, by Kyle Gray. Images by Jennifer Hawkyard, an amazing artist. And we have our beautiful star Archangel Orion, who sits, I believe, right there in the stellar gateway, the 2 chakras above your crown chakra. Manifesting vortex, basically saying, put into your mind, put into your heart's desire, put into what it is you want, and place that front and center. And that's about faith. The faith that, okay, Orion, go out there in the ethers, go out there in the far beyond, and let whatever it is I'm looking for come forward. And I'm not so much talking about, you know, material things. That's part of it. You know, if it's a bit like where you are perhaps in poverty consciousness, concerned about the money, concerned about the bills coming in faster than the income. That's been my story for about 4 years. It's been a challenge until I this year learned to say, enough already. I have to stop this, because I was understanding that this negative claptrap story that I was banging on about was actually turning up. It was showing up. It was like one of those, you know, relatives that rings the doorbell and say they're coming to stay for a few days. Yeah, no, not convenient. We're using the tarot cards by Radley Valentine, Angel Tarot cards, sorry. This is one of his early decks, and it's like a companion deck to the fairy tarot cards, which I've talked about before. I like repeating things because sometimes people pop on this channel when they don't know what's going on. All right, so let's give it a shuffle. Gertrude, thank you for being here. Beatrice, thank you for being here. They're back out in the garden. The sky is it's quite lovely. It's almost sunset where they are. She said that Gertrude's saying she's in a somber mood today. She is sort of laying down with her. What is it you're doing? Just relaxing, just enjoying herself. And Beatrice is in prayer. Okay. All right. I'm just going to keep shuffling and stop. Do you have any messages for everybody? Other cards are going to tell you what the message is. Well, I'm going to stop shuffling and just grab one from the middle here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Faith is what the two are talking about right now, having the faith that things are going to turn out. It's also giving other people the faith that whatever's going on. Beatrice, her wisdom just floors me, is saying you may bump into some people that are struggling and reacting and behaving in a way that doesn't seem characteristics of that person. Don't necessarily, she says, don't necessarily be confrontational, meaning bound up to them and saying, you know, what can I do for you? Blah, 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 because sometimes it's sensitive. But what you can do is use energy. The energy, the loving, the kind, the tactful. When I say energy, that's nonverbal. That's sending that energy to someone that way. Then the King of Fire, this is motivational. This is idealistic. This is no nonsense. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with a vision and be a leader. Advice from someone who is creative. Now, I believe we're all creative. So the King of Fire, if I'm looking at this image, which is quite brilliant, is riding something. I don't know what it is, but on his head, there's a crown of peacock feathers. And the bottom part of this angel, that almost to me looks like a fairy. If I look at this really, really closely, he's riding some kind of magical dragon. But that's fire. And this is quite a delightful image. Uh, Without any doubt, this is a no nonsense, I mean business kind of approach. Um, let's let the. I'm, Gertrude is saying you got to put your big boys and girls pants on, and you have to stand your ground. Tactfulness is where you are defending your point of view, and tactfulness is also uh, ooh, a wonderful sign of good leadership. Um, Good leadership is a person who just steps forward with definitive plans. Um, she's saying that the mood, which I put, the mood sets a vibration, and that becomes a reality. Uh, for me, to get in that mindset of action, action, action. The fire, that is wands if you're in traditional tarot. The fire is also linked to spring. It's also linked to Archangel Ariel. Your spirit guides, when you want to lift up, move forward, it would be that night of fire, quickly, swiftly. And if you're looking for like help to get you there, to land you there, to move this forward, if you're feeling stuck, that your energy isn't going where it wants to go, or you're not clear on what that is, you bring in the Archangel Metatrons, you bring in the spirit guides that work with you. They're all around. As I was saying to the group last night, we have desires, and then we have the ability to manifest those desires. For example, you might feel like a certain type of food. That's a desire. I want to eat such and so, this and that, whatever that is. Your mind then sets the energy in place to go get whatever it is you want to go get, whatever that is at the store. You could be in the store. What am I going to have for dinner? These are things that are just generally mundane, everyday things that we do, where we can't decide whether we want to eat pizza or tacos or a salad. This is where we do this, where there's no grounding going on, where there's just choices. It's like when you go out with friends, where would you like to eat? You're asking them, and the friends are like, oh, I don't know, I'll let you decide. And you ever been in those situations where, okay, we're going to go here and we're going to eat this. Oh, I don't know about that. What about, oh, yeah, well, the last time I went there, blah, 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 blah. All right, then, make a decision. The person who has the fire in their belly, the fire in their heart, the desire around them is going to be moving forward. The other part I want to say about this, about everything always working out, when you have that fire, when you've got that, I want to do this, I am going to get this going. This is what I'm up for. This is what I want to do. That isn't wrong. That feeling of passion, that vibration, that hum, that, oh, goodness gracious me, I'm going to just jump and go for it. That is the breadcrumbs that lead you on to the next thing, because your army of spiritual helpers and even physical helpers will get behind it because the desire is there. And your inner being, your higher self, that part of you that knows the difference between right and wrong, the part of you that is going to warn you if something's coming up that shouldn't be coming up, if that inner intuition, if you will, that's part of your inner being and your higher self. Your inner being and your higher self has been with you before you got here on this planet and will lead you where you need to be, because you instinctively know. If you're around someone that has ippy, dippy, weird energy, you know it, you feel it. It's not something you have to, but when you second guess it, thank you, Gertrude. When you get into the mind twaddle, where you're not, the indecision, that isn't strong. That's when the fire goes out. That's when you're blowing at the fire to try to keep it alive, where your ego is driving the bus and saying, yeah, no, but yeah, no, but yeah, no. I'm hoping I'm making sense. This is Gertrude here talking about this stuff. You've got to just step forward. Yes, stepping forward without, is this right, stepping forward without plan? Okay. A person sees a painting before the paint ends up on the canvas. Oh. Okay. A person sees the book jacket, the cover of the book, before they've even written the first chapter. All right. A person goes to the store and decides what they want to put in their dinner before they've actually bought the items to put in there. This is what they're talking about, desire. That fire of desire. Ignite the fire of desire and let those things come. Anytime you're working with negativity that doesn't feel good, that sends your vibration down, that gives you that sinking feeling, that locks up into your jaw, that gets your hands doing this, that's what needs to be softened and what needs to be changed. Some examples of how I change it is use music. For me, I'll put on a good upbeat music, and sometimes I'll dance because I want to, the windows roll down and the song is coming through the radio or out and you're singing at the top of your lungs. That is how you change it and raise it and lift it. And with that said, we're at time. Listen, I love you. Liking, subscribing, doing all the things that you do. Keep it going. Keep it moving. And stay tuned to the website because I'm going to post the next event, which will be Friday, the 28th of June at 6:30 on Zoom. All right. Take care. Bye for now. Hey everybody, we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe and share it with all your friends. Here's a QR code if you decide you'd like to get a private personal reading with me. I'm available most evenings and on the weekends. Just go over to the website, book in what session, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, and then fill in the contact information and I'll be back in touch. And if you feel kind enough, here is a link to my donation button. Energy exchange of any amount is always gratefully received. Until next time, be well, be blessed, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.